This presentation will attempt to explain Library 2.0 and its implications for the long-tail concept. In other words, how can we harness the capabilities of Web 2.0 in a library environment and reach those who are not users of the library? Library 2.0 derives its name from Web 2.0, so we must first understand a little about Web 2.0. As Elizabeth Black points out in her essay, Web 2.0 and Library 2.0, what librarians need to know. In order to understand the concept of Library 2.0, it is first important to understand what Web 2.0 is and is not. It has nothing to do with Internet 2, and it is not a new standard or a version of the Internet. It is not a specification with which an application or system must be compatible. Instead, Web 2.0 is an attempt to conceptualize dramatic changes the web has brought to society. This concept originally got its name from Tim O'Reilly. O'Reilly talks about Web 2.0 in terms of an architecture of participation. Web 2.0 applications take full advantage of the platform. Quote, delivering software is a continually updated service that gets better as people use it, consuming and remixing data from multiple sources, including individual users, while providing their own data and services in a form that allows remixing by others, going beyond the page metaphor of Web 1.0 to deliver rich user experiences. Stephen Abram, in his article Social Libraries, the Librarian 2.0 Phenomenon, states that Web 2.0 goes further than the Wikipedia's definition. Abram emphasizes interactivity. He differentiates this from the interactivity of merely pointing and clicking and getting results. This is the old Web 1.0 paradigm of websites, email, search engines, and surfing. According to Abram, Web 2.0 is about the more human aspects of interactivity. It is about conversations, interpersonal networking, personalization, and individualism. He goes on to say, it is primarily about a higher level of interactivity and deeper user experiences. Web 2.0 is ultimately about a social phenomenon, not just about networked social experiences, but about the distribution and creation of web content itself. Examples of Web 2.0, which many of us are familiar with and use daily, include Amazon.com with its various search capabilities and user comments and reviews. eBay is a largely user-built commerce auction site. MySpace and Facebook are two of the most popular social networking sites with numerous features and add-ons for users to add content. Social networking, as I will discuss later, is a particular aspect of Web 2.0 that is drawing more users into the Internet and can be harnessed in library settings. Flickr is a digital image user-generated site. Other important examples include blogs, wikis, RSS feeds, tagging, and social bookmarking, such as Delicious. Now I will explain a little about Library 2.0. The term Library 2.0 was first coined by Michael Casey in his blog Library Crunch. In a subsequent Library Journal article that he co-wrote with Laura C. Savasana, he states that the heart of Library 2.0 is user-centered change. It is a model for library service that encourages constant and purposeful change, inviting user participation in the creation of both the physical and the virtual services they want, supported by consistently evaluating services. He adds that Library 2.0, quote, also attempts to reach new users and better serve current ones through improved customer-driven offerings, end quote. He emphasizes in this article and in the subsequent book that technology is not a required central element of Library 2.0, but rather change that involves user input and participation. He states, while not required, technology can help libraries create a customer-driven 2.0 environment. Web 2.0 technologies have played a significant role in our ability to keep up with the changing needs of library users. The old business model, which is based its sales on the hit items, brick-and-mortar stores like blah, blah, blah. The new business model goes after the long tail. This is exemplified by online retailers, Amazon and Netflix. Amazon has even reported that more non-hit items are purchased in any given day than hit items. So the long tail has to do with the niche items in the market for niche items. An objection could be raised that the library has always tried to reach the long tail, that is, the obscure interests of its users. But this is certainly not the case. This can be seen in how a typical library's buying plan includes purchasing large amounts of popular items as they are published, which are then reduced when demand wanes. The shelves indeed are filled with various items, but what happens when an item is not available? An interlibrary loan can take anywhere from a couple days to weeks or months. This is hardly serving the long tail, especially when you compare the businesses that effectively reach the long tail and can provide the item in a day or two, for instance Netflix. Library 2.0 can effectively help reach the goals of the library, one of which is to reach more users. So to apply the long tail in a library setting, we are talking about how to reach more users and more effectively provide services to current users. Social networking has had the effect of drawing more users into the internet. As more people become members of such sites as Facebook and MySpace, they in turn are drawing more people to join. Many of these people may not have been regular or at all users of the internet. So social networking can be utilized to bring in more library users. A library's presence on a social networking site is one effective way to do this. Another way is to incorporate social networking technology into the library's website. Other ways to draw users in is through user participation in library services, and specifically on the library catalog. Allowing users to write their own comments or tag items in the catalog is an effective way to draw users in. Providing more options in terms of form and speed of delivery utilizing Library 2.0 principles can be an effective way to reach the long tail, that is, more users. Providing an electronic download of an item would offer one more choice in terms of form. Also, finding creative ways to speed up the delivery of an item would go a long way in reaching the long tail. If an obscure title is not available in the library, rather than using the slower method of interlibrary loan, consider obtaining an inexpensive copy through Amazon, thereby delivering it faster. As we have seen, Library 2.0 can be an effective way to reach the long tail and accomplish the library's goals of reaching all the potential users within that community that it serves.